What's up, guys? We're at Legacy Archery in Brookville, Pennsylvania, and we are going to check out the 3 new prime bows for 2022.
What is up, everybody? Ian here again at Legacy Archery, and this week we are showcasing 3 new bows. We are going to go over the 3 new prime bows for 2022. Now let me tell you what, they have one heck of a lineup for this year, and as you can see, they are a new breed of prime. No more parallel cam system. If you can remember from any of the old primes, it used to look like you were shooting a bow that had 4 cams, but they came out with honestly kind of a normal just dual cam bow this year, but they made a lot of big changes. Draw cycle, what you're really holding back, and I'll tell you what, it is sweet. It's really not like you're holding anything back at all. Solid back wall, smooth draw, the whole 9 yards, everything that you're looking for in a bow, especially around here as a whitetail hunter. So we'll kind of start with the shortest of the primes that they came out with for this year. This prime down here is the Inline 1. It is a 31-inch axle-to-axle bow. It comes in a 7-inch brace height, so you get a nice compact bow with a very forgiving brace height. So still, even at long distances, you can be very accurate with this bow. Coming in at a 332 foot per second IBO rating, which is still, I mean, plenty fast for a shorter bow, especially with a 7-inch brace height. You got to keep in mind, a 7-inch brace height is large. That's not what you see on most of the bows nowadays. You see guys companies starting to shorten it up to, heck, sometimes 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, you know, so they can gain as much speed as they can. I can tell you what, even though Prime went with a 7-inch brace height on this short of a bow, it doesn't really matter. You are still getting plenty of speed out of this bow. So what else can I tell you about this bow? Like I said, it has 31-inch axle-to-axle, 7-inch brace height. Your draw length changes on your rotating mods on top and bottom cam, along with a limb stop. Even for the short draw guys out there, this will go down to a 26-inch draw length the whole way out to 30.5. It accommodates most archers out there. I know there's a lot of guys that are still looking for that 31.5 to 32-inch draw length that they need, but unfortunately this won't go out that long. Overall mass weight of this bow is coming in right at 4.4 pounds. Now, that's pretty light, especially for a full aluminum bow. I know that there are some carbon bows out there that don't even weigh that light. You could probably take a guess at what I'm getting at, but I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying this is pretty light for an aluminum bow. What I really like about all these primes this year is that they come in a weight range starting at, you can get any of these bows in a 30-pound draw weight. You can go from 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50, 60. You can even go clear up to 80 pounds if you really want to. If you want to shoot a very heavy arrow, or if you're going elephant hunting, who knows? You can get an 80-pound bow. They're pretty wicked. That's one of the best things about these primes, is that they're really versatile, and to me, a lot of guys underrate them, but I feel like that's going to change a lot this year since they switched to their brand new inline cam system compared to the parallel cam system. So I'll just kind of hop over now to my personal favorite, and the next one in line. This is the Prime Inline 3. This bow features a 33-inch axle-to-axle, so mid-range axle-to-axle. You're still short, but you're not absolutely long like a 34, 35, somewhere in there. This bow features a 6.5-inch brace height, and it also goes from 26 to 30.5 inches. Now I'll tell you what, this 33 is probably my favorite out of the lineup this year for a lot of reasons. It's still fairly compact, but it holds just like the Inline 5, which we'll be going over here in a little bit. So what can I really tell you about this one? Has pretty much same inline cam system, same rotating mod, same limb stop. Also comes in at a 4.4 pound mass weight of overall bow. Same, you can get it anywhere from, draw weights ranging 30 to 80 pounds. And I'll tell you what, like I said, pretty much just as small as the 31. It holds like a target bow, anything 35 and above. This vise is a little bit harder to turn. Alright, so then we're going to bump down the line to the last prime that they have released this year. This is their longest bow, the Inline 5, coming in at 35 inches axle to axle. This bow, now this was kind of confusing to me when we first started receiving these bows and unboxing them. You would think that on a longer axle to axle bow that you would get the longer brace height, more forgiving, steadier hold, just a really accurate bow. But Prime kind of went a little bit backwards, and they went with a 6-inch brace height on this bow. And I'll tell you what, I was really impressed with some of the speeds I was getting. I'm a 28.5-inch draw length. I was shooting one of my hunting arrows that come in right around 425 grains. And I was bouncing between 302, 303. I mean, that to me is just crazy for a little bit longer axle to axle bow, especially with the 6-inch brace height. Usually, any longer bow I see really doesn't, even touch that unless you're building an absolute, honestly, toothpick of an arrow, just light and pretty much for target applications only. But yeah, still all the same awesome features as the Inline 1 and the Inline 3. Yeah, that's about it. That pretty much covers them all. One of the things I didn't really touch on, what Prime started doing for the 21 season when they came out with the Nexus series of bows. They started doing this nano grip technology. I really like this grip. It fits the hand nice. Plus, I haven't really found where it honestly gets cold yet. And that's what I really like. See, that's a big thing to me. You don't want to be sitting on a chilly November morning and the last thing you want to do is touch your bow because it's about to freeze your hand off. With the nano grip on the Prime, it pretty much keeps that grip fairly warm at all times whenever you grab it. There's really nothing too cold to grab unless you're grabbing the bare aluminum of the riser on the bow. Go over some pricing here. So we pretty much have, I have all three of our demos here in a limb riser combo finish. So if you're looking for something like that, say the grizzly brown and the Realtree edge limbs, and combination like that, you're looking at an MSRP of $12.99 on that. Now if you go, I don't have any just regular solid color bows here, so same limb color, same riser color. On the Inline 1 and 3, that will come in at $11.99 compared to a combo coming in at $12.99. Now on the Inline 5, I kind of understand this, a little bit more material goes into the 5 just because the long axle to axle. any solid camo or solid color like their brand new Ridge Rock color and the limbs and riser, that is coming in right at $12.49. Now, if you want to go, say, the Ridge Rock with the brand new XK7 camo limbs from King's Camo, that will run you about $13.49. So honestly, not really too bad of pricing in the way that I look at it. You're getting a bow that flat out shoots, and what more could you possibly ask for? Some neat colors. My personal favorite right here, the Morel riser with black limbs, and just a solid all-around bow. Alright, so we're going to do a speed test with my personal favorite, the Inline 3. This will be the bow that I'm shooting for the 2022 season. Hopefully mine gets here by late season and I can hopefully fill a couple tags with it. But anyway, so we have 3 different arrows. The arrow that I'm shooting right now, like I said, this is a Victory VAP TKO Elite 350 spine. I'm not sure about measurement on it. I can't remember for the life of me. But I have the 50 grain kind of half out on the front with just a standard 100 grain point, weighing in at 425.5 grains. So we're going to see what speed we get at a 28.5-inch draw. Maybe I lied to you a little. Or maybe the chronograph just needs a new battery or something like that. Anyway, so first reading we got was 287. So we'll shoot a couple more, we'll shoot 2 more, see what else we get. That's better. I didn't get that range. So still, regardless, I mean, fairly fast for, 33-inch hunting bow, which is awesome. You still get the same, like I said, the same stability as if you're shooting a little bit longer bow. And it's still fairly forgiving with the 6.5-inch bracelet. It just shoots great. And a duplicate, right at 293. Alright, so now we're going to bump up in weight just a little bit with this, what is this, a Gold Tip Ultralight Pro and a 300 spine, just a shop arrow we had laying around. This arrow is coming in right at 475 grains. So we'll see what we can do with this one through the chronograph. Ooh, 273. Alright, so that first shot, 273, we'll see what we get with the second shot. $277. Again, this chronograph likes to jump all around. $276. So we'll just call it, you will be about about mid 270s, somewhere in there, with a 475 grain arrow. Alright, so now we're getting into the real heavy hitter now. This is a gold tip black label and a 340 spine. And this one is coming in right at 625. It actually is like 624.9, somewhere in there, bouncing back and forth. But we'll see what this freight train will do out of this bow. $245. I do know some guys that shoot this heavy of an arrow out of their compound setup, so there's a lot of craze nowadays with high FOC and all that good stuff. So try and get as real numbers as we can for you. $243. And let's see what we can get as a result for the third shot. $241.